This is the Solid Signal podcast for the week of February 5th, 2024. And it is an exciting week here at Solid Signal because I have to announce a whole new product line that we are premiering at solidsignal.com and throughout our Signal Connect full service operation. Before I get started, let me kind of set the stage a little bit. When I was a younger person, and I know I'm kind of dating myself here, when I was a younger person, there were, really two reasons that one went to a bar. One went to a bar to meet somebody and possibly leave with them, or to maybe just have an adult beverage and some peace and quiet, maybe with some people that you know. It wasn't until the mid-1980s that we started hearing the term sports bar. I mean, if you watch the TV of the time, watch Cheers. Most of the time you don't see a television at all, but you will see in a couple of episodes that they have a television, and it's like this little 13-inch job hanging from the ceiling somewhere unexpected, and it's not the focus of bar life. Sports bars changed all of that, and it became more and more about going somewhere that you can see every game all the time and be part of the cheering experience with a group of people instead of watching at home, kind of not having the same kind of experience. It became a different kind of community. That's the way that sports bars were. Now, in the years since, televisions, especially big televisions, have gotten a lot less expensive. And so the term sports bar, it's still a term. People still say it, but pretty much every bar is a sports bar now. It's very rare that you could ever go into a bar, even the more high-end drinking establishments, and not find a whole bunch of televisions in there. They may not be the primary focus of the experience, but they're there. And if you have multiple televisions in a bar, then the next question is, how do you get the channels that you want on every particular television? Just imagine for a second you're one of those really, really sports-focused establishments that got like 30 different televisions or something like that. And, just imagine going around with a remote control trying to change the channel on every single one of them. Well, the truth of the matter is that's not going to be very much fun for very long. You're going to want a way that you can do it all from one location. Now, the first thing that you could do is use something like DirecTV's commercial application for iPad and other tablets. And this is a great solution. It lets you change the channel on any networked receiver to any television that you want. It even lets you put them in groups if you want, so you can change a bunch of channels on a bunch of receivers all at the same time. And this is a great option, especially because it is completely free, other than the cost of the iPad and the installation of networking and stuff like that, which you're probably going to do anyway. But eventually you're going to run into limitations. Why? How? Well, that method only works with DirecTV receivers. And while that may be what you're going to be using most of the time anyway, what about the digital signage that you've got that promotes, your specials, your drinks, your snacks, things like that? What about the bar games, the trivia game, that sort of thing? What about anything else that you have the legal right to stream in your bar? How are you going to get all that to the televisions? Especially if you're going to need a separate box at every television. You could be talking about 3 different boxes at every single television. That could be a lot of time, a lot of expense, and a lot of logistics. And that is why you get a matrix switch. A matrix switch is kind of a neat deal. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to pop up a link to a video that I did quite a while ago explaining what a matrix switch does. But what a matrix switch essentially does, it takes all of your outputs from your devices, your DirecTV box, your digital signage, your sports games, your social stuff, whatever. You go into the switch. And then out from the switch are lines to all of your televisions. And what you can do at that point is send any feed to any television, even multiple televisions, if you want to do it. And most of the time, most matrix switchers will have you do this, if you want, through sort of a web browser app so that you don't have to be standing there trying to remember what button goes to what. And it becomes a really kind of a cool, very easy way of doing it. And most importantly, once it's set up, it's something that pretty much all your employees can learn how to do very quickly. when you bring on a new person, you don't necessarily want to spend a lot of time with them just kind of getting all the tech parts done. You want to just say, okay, this is how you do this. And especially if something happens, if all of a sudden there's a game on that you need to switch everything to at that very moment, then you're going to want that ability to do it super easy, super quick. I've been a big fan of matrix switches for a long time, and now I can finally say that SolidSignal.com carries one of the best lines of matrix switchers that you're going to find. I'm talking about the Wolfpack line by Sports Bar World. This is a new line. It's been around for a while. It's new to us. And it gives you the kind of control that you have always wanted in a system that's built specifically for bars and restaurants, so that it's super easy to use, so that once you get it in, you're going to know how to use it, what to do with it, and how to customize it. You will not need any sort of technical knowledge once this is all set up. A matrix switch is the kind of thing that you always have wanted, but the thing is, the technology can sometimes seem a little daunting. Not with these Wolfpack Sports Bar HDMI matrix switchers. This is something that we have been looking for, a partnership like this for some time. And that's why I'm kind of excited about it. That's why I think it's kind of cool that we've got this finally. We're working with a company called HDTV Supply out of the West Coast. They're in Los Angeles, California. An area right now, as I record this on a Monday, is apparently partially underwater. But I don't think that our supplier is affected. More importantly, this company has got over 2 decades of experience developing sports bar systems, the kind of things that you're going to need if your bar and restaurant are going to have the audio-visual backbone that you need. And now we can offer this not only for retail sale through SolidSignal.com, but also through our Signal Connect subsidiary. The kind of people that Signal Connect are, they give you full service. You make a phone call and we take care of stuff at Signal Connect. That's the difference. Because it's not just all, we're going to drop a bunch of stuff at your door. No, we're going to take care of you and give you an entire package from beginning to end. So, okay, I want to slow down a little bit and explain why I'm particularly excited about this partnership. After all, in the time that I've been with Signal Group, we've brought on hundreds of vendors and hundreds of folks that have promised to do all sorts of things to grow our business, and we promised all sorts of things to grow their business. In some cases, that is 100% worked out. And in some cases, it hasn't. But the reason that I'm excited about this particular partnership is that we're looking at really between the two of us, both companies, the supplier of the Wolfpack Matrix switchers, which is HDTV Supply, and Signal Group, the parent company of Solid Signal and Signal Connect. We're looking at two companies that have over 20 years of experience doing this sort of thing. That's not something that's easy to find these days. Tech companies tend to not last very long. When Solid Signal was first incorporated in 2002, Pets.com was the hot website. Think about how long ago that was. And HDTV Supply is not far behind that in the amount of time that they've been out there. And the only way that you can really be in business for that long in the tech sector is you have to take care of your customers. If you don't take care of your customers, frankly, you're just not going to get anywhere. You're not going to stay in business. People have too many choices today for who they can shop with and who they can go with. I know that we are not the only company with a national reach out there. We're not the only company who can take care of your DirecTV satellite needs, your business communication needs, everything that we do for home, for business, for marine, for RVs, cellular stuff, security, all of that stuff. You can find that in a lot of different places. You may not find one vendor that'll give you all of those things, and that's one of the things that makes Solid Signal as unique as we are. But you'll find them. You'll find them out there. And that's what we remember every day. We have to compete not just against the entire internet, which is huge, but against your expectations, because we are not going to succeed unless we do. That's something we take very, very seriously. And it's something that our partners at HDTV Supply take very, very seriously. You know, one of the brands that they put themselves out as is called Sports Bar World. And I love this because it really tells you that they are out there, they're fighting against every other company, every expectations, just like we are at Solid Signal. And that's what is going to make us such a good partnership moving on, is that intense customer focus. So if you're a bar owner, a restaurant owner, if you know somebody who is, or even if you're the kind of person who goes to a bar and you occasionally aren't super happy with the way they do things, you want to change the channel and it takes 4 different people going around to different televisions with different remotes, give the folks at Signal Connect a call at 888-233-7563. That's 888-233-7563. And find out about these Wolfpack Matrix switchers. They're a better value than you could possibly imagine. And what's most important is that we can take care of it for you from beginning to end. We'll arrange for installation. We'll help you figure out what the right product is. If you don't have satellite television yet, then we will talk to you about satellite television. And that's something that a lot of folks don't know is, everybody heard that Sunday Ticket went to YouTube last year, but that's only for homes. If you're a business, it's still a DirecTV product. DirecTV is the exclusive provider for NFL Sunday Ticket for businesses. That hasn't changed. So if you're thinking about a new installation, you're going to need DirecTV, and you want to get it from DirecTV's Commercial Dealer of the Year, from the company who really takes care to make sure that our customers get top-notch service. Anyway, that's about all for the podcast for this week. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, and leave a comment wherever you get this podcast. Makes me look good to my bosses. And once again, if you are interested in a level of customer service and a high quality product that you really can't get anywhere else, call the folks at Signal Connect. 888-233-7563 is the number. And I hope that we hear from you soon. Honestly, this is something worth considering. Until then, have a great week.